YouTube channel, that is Point Blank 40. Kindly subscribe my channel to get my latest videos. Subscription is totally free. You can subscribe and encourage my videos. Dear friends, today I am going to load an important video that will be very helpful for you in your life to take a right decision. So, what kind of video is this? This video is about home loan. So, people may ask, what is there to know about home loan? People explain to us about home loan. We know that to save tax, we go for a home loan, or to build a house, we go for a home loan. So, what is there to know about this home loan? Well, there should be something new to know about the home loan. So, what is there to know about the home loan? See, a home loan cannot be termed as a home loan if you think properly. The interpretation of home loan can be in two ways. Whether the home loan is feasible. Second, if I don't take up this home loan, what will be the result at the end of 5 or 10 years? For example, if you take a 10-year home loan, and if you don't take a home loan and save that money for 10 years, so what is the net result? So, people say, we invest in house to save taxes. I'll ask you a simple question. If your aim is to save taxes, then I'll show you a calculation where you have to decide whether if you are taking a home loan, is that home loan is saving taxes for you, or you are paying a lot of money as a ransom for taking a home loan. Just have a look at my calculation. Most people go to a bank to seek home loans. They will tell you interest rates, and you come to an agreement. They will tell you a tenure of the loan. You come to an agreement. You sign agreements. Then, that's it. Your home loan EMI starts, and you start paying EMI for a house. There are two interpretations for a home loan. First, if you buy a house, I'll give you an example. You can do your own calculations depending on your house loan, your abilities, your EMIs, your total home loan. It is up to you. But I'll give you a simple example. If your budget is 20 lakhs for your home loan, example, in which you have bought 10 lakhs plot land to build a house, that is plot. You paid 10 lakhs in cash to buy a plot. So you need another 10 lakhs to build a house. Let us calculate. Take a paper and a pen. You will get a new perspective, a new interpretation on a home loan. What a home loan will do to you at the end of 10 years. This is a completely new thing that you'll be hearing, and you should have patience to hear what I say. I'm not an expert, but I'm a casual thinker. What happens if I take a loan? What happens if I don't take a loan? See, 20 lakh house, you paid 10 lakhs for a plot. Another 10 lakhs you are seeking a home loan from a bank. So what happens to this home loan? I have taken a base interest rate of 6% per year. Actually, the rates are 8.5 to 9.5%. I am taking a 6% flat base rate of interest for a 10 lakh loan for a period of 10 years. I am taking a 10 lakh loan for 10 years, that is 120 months. So what will happen to my EMI? What will happen? How much I will pay? Finally pay at the end of 10 years, we will see now. 10 lakhs for a flat, 10 lakhs is a home loan, loan for a house. So total interest paid for next 10 years for the 10 lakh rupees is 6 lakhs at the rate of 6% per year. 6% per year. You are paying 6% per year. You are paying 6 lakhs for 120 months. That is 10 years. Now, a 10 lakhs loan. If you take a 10 lakhs loan, you will be paying approximately a EMI of 13,000 rupees change to 14,000 change. I am giving an approximate calculation of how much you will be paying per month as EMI if you take a 10 lakh loan for tenure of 10 years. 13,000 change to 14,000 change depending on your interest rates and negotiation with banks. So, people generally think, what is there to think about a house loan? I am taking a 10 lakh loan. I am taking a 10 lakh loan with flat 6% interest. So, at the end of the 10 years, I will be paying 6 lakhs as interest and plus 10 lakhs principal amount. 16 lakhs I will be paying to the banks, back to the banks. So, what is there to think about all these things? See, I will tell you an interesting point which you would have never thought in your life. What happens when you pay a single EMI to the bank? Your EMI becomes an asset to the bank, not to you. What is your asset? Your asset is a house that you build. So what is coming out of your house every month? Nothing. For 10 years, you will be not making any money on your house, but you will be paying interest to the bank. That is your general perception. What is your general perception is, you build a house, you pay 6 lakhs interest on 10 lakh loan, and you will be paying 16 lakhs for next 10 years. And you are happy you are paying to the bank. But think about it. Once you pay a EMI to the bank, your EMI becomes an asset to the bank. It is not under your control. It is under the control of bank. So bank lends immediately that whatever EMI you have paid to somebody else. They will make a lot of money by protecting your money. So people think by paying 6 lakhs as interest, we are saving a lot of money in form of taxes and all. So 6 lakhs is a reasonable amount. They don't think because it takes a lot of time and pain to think about all these things. So what happens if you pay a single EMI to the bank? It goes to the bank, it becomes an asset. So, for example, if you pay for 1 year, this 13,000 rupees, if you pay for 1 year, what happens? The total amount will be 1,60,000, 1,56,000 per year. Your total EMI collection with the bank is 1,56,000 per year. Take a paper, take a pen, note down. I'll give you a calculation. Just note down. Then you can think about it later. You will get a new idea that how you are being fooled by taking a home loan from a bank and what banks are making out of it. Just simply note down. 1 year you have paid 1,56,000 EMI. I'm leaving first year for average. For sake of calculation, I'm leaving the first year. I'm not calculating anything for first year. So from the end of first year, let's see how calculation is. 1,56,000 you paid for 1 year from your EMI to the banks. So you are losing 18,000 rupees on EMI paid to the banks. You are losing 18,000 rupees on interest on the EMIs paid to the bank. That is 18,000 rupees in the second year. Now, third year EMI. What happens to third year EMI? This 1,56,000 plus second year EMI. That is 3,12,000 rupees EMI. You will be losing 36,000 rupees as interest third year. On fourth year, you will be losing the amount is 4,68,000 rupees. You will be losing 54,000 rupees interest on fourth year. And fifth year, you will be losing 72,000 rupees as interest on the EMI paid to the banks. On sixth year, you will be losing 90,000 rupees EMI paid to the banks, interest on EMI paid to the banks. On seventh year, you will lose 1,08,000 rupees. On eighth year, you will lose 1,26,000. On ninth year, you will lose 1,44,000. On 10th year, at the end of the 10th year, you will be losing 1,62,000 rupees interest, only interest on the EMI paid to the banks. Because the asset you have created is not making money for you. You are paying principal amount and interest to the banks. So you are paying total principal amount plus interest to the banks. That amount is not, the amount you are paying to bank is not useful to you. That amount, the banks are rotating their money. So at a flat rate of 1%, the calculation is the flat rate at 1%. The calculation what I have made from the second year is if you invest your money, that gives 1% every month. 1% every month, simple interest of 1% every month, you will lose totally 8,10,000 rupees as interest at the end of the 10 years. At the end of 10 years, you will lose 8,10,000 rupees as the interest on the EMI and principal paid to the bank. This is simple calculation. Now, what happens? I will tell you total amount that you have incurred for buying that property. 10 lakhs you have invested in a plot. 10 lakhs you have invested in plot. That will not give you any money in return. On that you are building a house, right? You bought a plot worth 10 lakhs. Next 10 lakhs you have taken a loan from the bank plus 6 lakhs interest. 16 lakhs plus 10 lakhs, 26 lakhs. So, your calculation is 26 lakhs. Now see our calculation. What happens to your 10 lakhs is simple interest of 1% per month. That is 12% per year. If you invest, is giving 12 lakhs rupees interest at the end of the 10 years. If you don't buy a plot and keep money with you, it is giving 12 lakh rupees interest on your plot, the amount you invested in plot. 12 lakh rupees. Next, the 10 lakh rupees that you have taken as a loan for 120 months, you are losing 8,10,000 rupees as interest per 8,10,000 rupees interest you are losing on the EMI paid for 10 years. So total amount you are losing as interest for 10 years is 20,10,000 rupees. Total amount you are losing by taking a 10 lakh loan for 10 years is 20,10,000 rupees. 20,10,000 rupees. Now, for example, so how much total how much you are lost? Total, including interest. I'll tell you. On plot you are losing 12 lakh rupees as interest. On loan you are paying 6 lakhs as interest. On the loan principal amount plus EMI you have paid to bank, you are losing 8,10,000 rupees. So total interest paid plus interest lost for 10 years is on a 10 lakh loan. You just imagine. You would have never imagined that you are losing so much money. Total interest paid and interest lost on the amount paid for a house is, for plot 12 lakh rupees, for loan 6 lakh rupees, that is interest you have paid, and the interest lost on EMI and principal amount paid to the bank is 8 lakh 10,000 rupees. So 26 lakhs 10,000 you are losing interest paid and interest lost to the bank. So 26 lakhs 10,000 you are losing on a 10 lakh loan. It's a stunning thing. How can I lose 26 lakh rupees? When I invested 20 lakh in a house, how will I lose 26 lakhs 10,000 on a loan, 10 lakh loan? You are taking a 10 lakh loan. Your perception is you are taking a 10 lakh loan and paying a 6 lakhs interest for 10 years. But actually you are losing 26 lakhs, 10,000 rupees at the end of the 10 years. At the end of the 10 years. Suppose you plan to sell that house. You plan to sell that house at the end of 10th year. So what happens to that house? How much you will get? Let's see a calculation. 10th year, your total plot value, total cost incurred on buying that property is 10 lakhs on a plot, right? 10 lakhs on a plot, 10 lakhs loan taken, 10 lakhs loan taken, that's it. And 26 lakhs 10,000 rupees you lost as interest and interest gain. You have lost that interest, the interest you would have got, you lost that one, and interest you have paid to banks. Total is 26 lakhs 10,000. So your total value, cost of the house is 46 lakh rupees at the end of 10 years. Just imagine, after 10 years, you want to sell that house. Just imagine, at the end of the 10 years, you want to dispose that house off because of some difficulties. So you can expect double the amount. For example, 20 lakhs you have invested, 20 plus 6 lakhs you have paid, 26 lakhs you have paid according to the plot 10 lakhs, 16 lakhs as EMI plus interest to the banks, 26 lakhs. So you are selling that plot for that house for 40 lakhs. Just imagine after 10 years you are selling that house for 40 lakhs. So your imagination is that you have paid only 26 lakhs, but actually you have lost 46 lakhs. You have invested 46 lakhs into that property, and what you are getting at the end of 10 years? 40 lakhs. If you sell that house for double the price, means 6 lakhs rupees lost. 6 lakh rupees loss on an invested property. If you sell it at double, you are making a loss of 6 lakh rupees. If you get an annual 5% rise in the property prices, then maximum 50% or 60% rise in property prices. That means you will make a huge loss. So the thing is, you should interpret. You should properly interpret how much I am going to make, how much I am going to make at the end of the 10 years. Most people don't take pain in reading the fine prints of all these things. They simply go for simple calculations that banks tell you, that your chartered accountants tell you, that your accountants tell you, that your well advisors advise you how to invest into a property, make money, save taxes. This is how you invest. Thousands and crores of people have invested in these kind of properties, and they are just blinded by the simple interest rate which banks calculate and show you. I have seen most intelligent people Even chartered accountants don't calculate. Many people say if you calculate that like that, you will not buy a house. Now to buy a house, you should forget everything. Why should I forget? When I am investing money inside a property, in a property, I wanted appreciation, proper appreciation for invested amount. If I keep the same amount in bank, I'll get a lot of money. Why should I invest in a property just to save taxes? Have you questioned this anytime to anyone? You would have not questioned it because you would have saved only 6 lakhs interest paid to the banks. But if you dig deep into the whole system of paying to the banks and where your money goes, it's absolutely stunning. And see what happens if you don't invest that money in property. For example, plot 10 lakhs you have 10 lakhs. For whatever EMI you have paid to banks, you simply take that EMI and invest in an instrument which gives 12% interest per year. 12%, 1% per month, per year. Per month, you invest in a instrument that gives 12% average annual return. So, 10 lakhs, you will make 12 lakhs as interest. On a EMI paid, you will make 1%. That is nearly 8 lakh 10,000. So, you are not paying any interest to the bank. That is 6 lakhs amount what you have paid for 10 years for a housing loan. You are not paying that. You are also saving that 6 lakh rupees. So how much you are saving? Approximately, you will be saving 20 lakh rupees. You will be making nearly, if you leave that 6 lakh rupees interest also, you will be making 20 lakh rupees at the end of the 10 years. 20 lakh rupees. Plus 6 lakhs interest lost, if you add that also, you will be making 26 lakhs on 10 lakh plot amount plus the slow EMI, every month EMI which you will be investing in your instrument, which gives 1% return per month, is fetching you a lot of money. That is 8 lakh 10,000 rupees. So 26 lakhs approximately you will be making at the end of the 10 years. What you are doing? You are buying a house. You are paying property tax. You are paying maintenance, electricity charges. So maintenance, I have not discussed about maintenance, electricity, what happens to the property, maintenance of the property. I have not touched all those things. I am giving a simple calculation. If I calculate all those things, you will be making huge loss on the property which you have invested. Suppose you have taken that property, you have bought that property and immediately you are given for rent. For example, average rent of that property is 7,000 rupees in 2 tier cities. I am not talking about Mumbai or Delhi. I am talking about 2 tier cities, which are Hyderabad, Chennai, sort of cities, where we will be making 7,000 rupees average rent. It can be 9,000, 10,000 or 5,000, 4,000 also for a double bedroom house. So we will be making average 7,000 rupees per month. If you take that calculation also, if you give that property for rent, you will be making additional 8,40,000 per at the end of the 10 years. So if you take a property, buy a property, give it for rent, the situation will be little bit better. But if you stay in that property, you will be losing approximately 6 lakh rupees at the end of the 10 years. Leave maintenance of the house, all the additional charges are different. You have to pay property tax, you have to pay other maintenance charges to the house, paints and all maintenance charges. Including, if you stay in that property, if that property is depreciates or the structural damage is there, then there will be depreciation in your value of the property. I have not calculated everything, all those points. I am giving a simple calculation. If you take a 10 lakh loan, what happens to your loan at the end of the 10 years? If you don't invest in the property, what happens to your money? Just think about it. Take a paper, calculate it, and come to the conclusion. This is a new way of interpretation of a housing loan. I'll be loading more videos. I have already loaded this video in Telugu, but for benefit of viewers, I'm just going for a English version because many people don't understand Telugu. That's why I'm going for an English version. Kindly take a paper, pen, just calculate it. I urge people, if you think that it's not practical also, take a paper, take a pen, just scribble it down. At the end of the exercise, you will come to know that you have been fooled royally by these banks by showing that you can save taxes by interpreting the housing loan as a tax saving instrument. They're making fools of crores of people. They're making the people buy property, invest in a property, pay huge EMIs for years together. Their whole life is lost paying EMIs. I'm concerned about these people. Kindly take a paper, pen, kindly scribble down what I have told. If you don't understand this video, see it again, rewind it. Take a second look. Take a second look about your investments. Just think about it. If you find it interesting, kindly subscribe my videos. I'll be loading more videos about these housing loans and various investing instruments in my future videos. Kindly subscribe and encourage me. Thank you.